This guy has two big dilated pores of Weiner. A dilated pore is essentially just a giant blackhead. And imagine a blackhead that gets trapped under the skin, and more debris and dirt and skin cells get trapped under the skin, and it really kind of causes the skin to stretch open. So now you have a pore that is quite enlarged, and it easily fills with dirt and debris, and that's why you get a giant blackhead in there. Goodness, this little friend of yours. I think you're gonna lose a little weight today. It's like a rock.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope everyone's having a great day, and I appreciate you joining us. And so I'm really very excited about this particular patient. Her name is Emily, and she came to us with complaints of a lot of problems with acne. So we already primed and prepped her skin. As a matter of fact, I already dermaplaned her. I've already probed her skin some, and so we're going to go ahead and start doing extractions. As you can see, she's pretty clogged, and so basically I'm going to go ahead and start extracting those areas for her. And she's currently using the glycolic wash with a sulfur and a, let me go ahead and probe a little more, benzoyl peroxide mix. And so that's helped to prime that skin for her. There we go. Emily is just such a sweetheart, really an amazing personality, really bubbly, and I'm really so glad that she has that personality where even though she's got some problems with breakout, it's not affecting her self-esteem. She knows she's beautifully and wonderfully made, and so that's really great. So Emily, like I said, was started breaking out at the age of 12, and she's 16 right now. I don't know if I had mentioned it earlier or not, but and so we want to go ahead and try to get her skin cleared up as quickly as possible. But a lot of this acne is adolescent acne due to hormonal changes in the body, and so what we're trying to do is just keep it at bay. Go back and probe that area. Talk to her about not eating any products that contain milk, cheese, milk itself, sour cream. Avoid using makeup that can clog her pores, and let's see what kind of results she'll get. How are you holding up, Emily?
Good.
Great. So Emily, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself. What are you wanting to do when you graduate?
I want to go to school for film production.
Oh my goodness. So what are you doing right now to kind of keep that interest going?
I do videos on YouTube.
You do? Well, tell us your channel name.
It's Emily Tapia, Tapia, and just Emily, Emily.
Oh, I'll have to go in there and subscribe. Definitely support you. That's awesome. Well, I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. Okay, so you can see she's starting to get a little bit an inflammatory response, a little swelling, but we'll go back and ice that, and that will definitely go down for her. I'm going to go back again and probe those areas. I'm really stretching that skin and looking exactly where. I feel like maybe the lighting's not cooperating with me today, but let's see. It's a beautiful today, a beautiful sunny day in Texas. So hoping that wherever you're at, you're enjoying your day as much as we are here. Some of these are not cooperating as much, but that's okay. I'm not going to try to force them to come out. I'll go back. What I'm going to do in a few minutes is we'll stop filming and I'll go back and wash that area with the acid wash, and you'll see the difference on how these blemishes will go ahead and come out. Okay, I went ahead and washed her skin and probed, and you'll see that it'll start coming up much quicker. I love this wash. It's just amazing. Okay, Emily, I'm going to turn you just a little bit this way so that way our viewers can see. See this? Went ahead and probe right there. Sometimes I'll probe and I'll lose my area, so there we go. I'm going to stretch really good and make sure and that's the secret, it's just stretching and getting them from underneath. So you can see kind of where I've opened all of these areas up. So itty bitty tiny ones there. I'll start getting to the bigger ones here. Okay, I'm going to move you this way. Stretch. Okay, so let's go back to this one and open that one up. Go from underneath and see what we can get out. And if you could see, it's right there. Okay, I'm going to work through here. See what we can find here. These are small ones, so you're not going to see a lot of that content in there, but I want to get those little bitty ones too. Okay, I'm going to go through here and kind of fill this area. And there it goes. See it? So the more we wash, the more the content of the pore comes up to the surface of the skin. Okay. All right, I think there's one right there. There's another one right there. Isn't it neat? Okay. So, like one right there. Oops, there we go. My goal is to try to get this as clean as possible for her today, this side. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and probe that too. There it is. Okay. All right, we'll be icing this. And so we'll definitely be working on her for, try to get this corner for you guys really quickly. For several treatments to get everything clear. We're going to be showing you before and after pictures. Thank you so much for your support. I absolutely love you guys. You guys are the best viewers out there, and just such great support from you guys make really my day, and very enjoyable to come in and record. And so I look forward to seeing you next time. Please look us up under Enelsa Skin Essentials Acne Clinic. And you'll be able to find my Facebook page there and hit like and share with your friends, okay? Thank you. God bless you guys. Bye. YouTube family, we are very happy to have our very own Leslie here with us today. She has resolved very nicely. I do want to give you kind of an update on her. Basically, she did have a family emergency, which caused for her to step out of the country for just a little bit, and she came back and she's put on antibiotics, and we still have her on the glycolic wash. And so now what the inflammation is down, so what we're working on is just any debris, anything like blackheads, any little whiteheads that is on the skin, and of course some pustules and a little bit of cystic activity in this area. Okay, go ahead and start cleaning that skin. And as you can see, the pores are shrinking. I know a lot of you were a little bit concerned about that. They will shrink, okay? As long as you're using some type of keratolytic, which our glycolic wash is considered a keratolytic, it'll help exfoliate and smooth that surface and bring down any debris from those pores. And so it'll smooth that skin out. Okay, I'm actually just making sure that that pore is completely cleaned, and it is. Okay. Turn her a little bit this way. I know a lot of our viewers were concerned that she had PCOS. She does not have PCOS, so I just also wanted to let you know that. We did dermaplane her skin today prior to doing this treatment, and so it'll help remove all of that hair and give us a nice clean surface to work on. Okay, so here we are. So we really work at the base of the pore. I do want to say hello to Dr. K. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so I'm going to call you Dr. K. Thank you so much for your sweet comment, and I'm really liking your channel. So you have a new subscriber. Now, if you see here that she's a little dry, our beautiful Leslie did not use enough sunscreen when she went out. So she got a little bit sunburned, but she knows better now. Anytime you're taking antibiotics, you have to use a sunscreen. Your skin becomes very photosensitive. And so reapplying it is very important, and not only on the face, but all over the body if you're going to be out in the sun. Okay, we're going to work around her nose area. I do use a hardwood stick Q-tip because that gives me the most amount of controlled pressure. The regular Q-tips tend to bend and break. How are you holding up, Leslie?
Good.
Awesome. We have missed Leslie so much around here. I was looking forward to this day. Okay, and again, I'm going on the base. I have had some viewers say, why don't you use a warm towel? And I've answered this before, but I do want to address it again. Instead of us using a warm towel, we do use one is an enzyme to pre-soften the skin, and it's in a form of a wash, and then the other one is of course the glycolic, and that's really going to pre-soften those blackheads so much more than a warm towel would ever do. So that's why we choose to go that route here. The trick is really stretching that skin and just going on the base of that pore. I know it's early morning and Leslie's a little quiet. I think she said she wanted to sleep in today. But Leslie, did you want to say anything to your viewers? No? Okay. So she's got small little blackheads, and the wash is going to help resolve a lot of that. I'm just going to put a little pressure and see how much comes up to the surface. Right, we're going to go ahead and go through here. So this area here, it still has a lot of active bacteria. Of course, not anywhere near as what it was before. But I am going to stretch and just open up those areas for her. Now, sweetheart, you're going to feel it a little bit, okay? This is a very sensitive area. But do you see that kind of purple look in there? That's what we're trying to avoid, to that area to linger, because the more that bacteria sits there, the higher probability she'll have scarring. So we're going to push out, and when we stretch out, it releases the bacteria. See how it just comes out? Instead of pushing it inward, you have a higher probability that bacteria going inside. So we just do it that way. And then we go back, and anything that's left over, we'll go ahead and extract inward. But again, we do out first and see how it just kind of releases. Okay. Same here, out. And I learned that technique again from a physician. So it wasn't my original thought. Okay, sweetie, here we go. Okay. Okay, that was not going to, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to put too much pressure. And then I'm going to just barely inward, and anything else that's in there, it'll come out. Okay. Okay. Put some pressure on that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go on this little blackhead right here. This little tiny one right here. Leslie, you're gonna feel this a little bit. Okay, sweetie, it's just because where they're located. You could see still a little bit more in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean that out. I'm gonna go through here. I'm just so happy with the way Leslie's skin is looking. Do this. A couple little blackheads that I can peel. Thank you so much for joining us, and please look us up on Facebook under Nilsa Skin Essentials Acne Clinic. And thank you so much for subscribing. Oh my goodness, I'm just so overwhelmed with you guys. Thank you for helping me reach 100,000. I couldn't have done it without you. Subscribers. Love you guys. You guys are just amazing. And we look forward to seeing you. Hi everyone. And I am coming to you today with some really, I think, hopefully some good extractions. This is Lisa. And I'm going to be doing the other side of her skin. I tried to record like one side first and then go to the other. So the other side's clearing up really nicely. How are you doing, Lisa?
Good.
Good. Okay, so here we go. If you see a little bit of bleeding, it's because I went ahead and kind of pre-opened some of these already for you. So you'll have more content to see of me extracting. I hope everyone's doing great today. I have had an absolutely awesome day today. Even though I worked really hard, it's a really good day. I'm not as tired as usually am. I think because I'm taking some vitamins. That always helps. Okay. Again, stretch that skin. I do want to thank you for your amazing response to our questions. I've had, like I said before, had a lot of fun reading them. Now we're in the process of kind of just putting everything together, and we'll keep you in touch, definitely. So she's pretty clogged in these areas. So I'm having to kind of go back and double check, make sure everything is nice and clean. Lisa, you still with us? You okay? Okay, great. She's really soft-spoken. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but there's a little pocket. And let's go ahead and see what we can get out of there. Can stretch. I did want to answer some like a particular, I guess, question that came up a couple of times concerning doing Christian's back, or just really in general when extracting the back or the trunk of the body. It's really hard because that skin really wants to fold in. And so I'm having to kind of stretch and work to get it all cleaned out. It's a little bit different, and it's at least for me, it's a little bit of a challenging task. And so I've had the question about why am I going so fast? I had him kind of turned to the side. Of course, you can't see it. So I was cleaning his skin downward. And so anyway, he's looking really, really good. And I'm looking forward to seeing him soon. But thank you for the question in reference to how I extract the trunk area of the body. Okay, I feel a little bit of build up through here. So what I'm gonna do is, you could see it's kind of dark, and so there's still content in there, so we want to make sure we get that kind of taken care of. So I'm gonna go ahead and probe that area. stretch, and here we go. There we go. Feels pretty clean. I'll just double check. Yep. I'm gonna stretch through here. These are tiny ones that you can't tell too much, but like I always say, these little tiny ones will grow up to be bigger blackheads, and you definitely don't want that. I'm gonna try to talk a little louder. I just remembered I had one of my viewers tell me that I speak too softly. So I just remembered, so I'm gonna try to speak a little bit louder. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and probe this. I already think I already probed it, and here we go. Again, double check this area. Lisa, how are you doing, sweetie pie? Okay. Lisa knows I love her, right, Lisa?
You're like my second mom.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry, Lisa. So sweet. Thank you.
I remember when I was little and I stayed at your house.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, it's a pleasure having you here with me today. Get your skin cleared up again. Okay. And I'm gonna go through here and see what we can find. Go. And here you can see there's a vellus hair. It sometimes gets stuck in there. So once we get these pores cleaned out and we keep her on the wash, she'll stay really clear. Of course, once you're acne prone, you want to go ahead and have your skin cleaned. I prefer for my clients to come in once a month to six, every 6 weeks. Just because once you're acne prone, you'll always have to be careful. Make sure that you manage your skin well. There's not really a cure for acne. We just manage it. And so that's why we want to make sure that, clients come back in to see us on a regular basis. But that wash will keep that bacteria down and those oils away from that pore, so that bacteria doesn't grow so rapidly underneath there. I'll work on her chin. Trying to get as much as I can out for you, Lisa. Okay. There's one right there. These are not fun, right? I can bevel up, stretch that skin. Sometimes I lose my place. There we go. Okay, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in with us. Truly appreciate and love you guys. I always say it, but I you know, it's one of those things that I never want to stop saying how much I appreciate and love you guys. Again, I wouldn't be here without you. I look forward to your comments, and I look forward to our next time meeting up again. Hope you have an amazing and wonderful and blessed weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Welcome everyone. We have Ezekiel with us again, and I get so excited every time I get to see him because not only does he have an amazing personality, but he's got some great blackheads. So Ezekiel, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. How was your drive over here?
It was really good. Not as long as last time because it was raining and stuff, so it's better now.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I don't know if you got to see the comments, but you definitely have some fans out there, which is great. So he does have, blackheads that we're working with, and I just finished probing and washing his skin. And I'm going to go back and probe that one again. Thank you so much for your comments, your suggestions. I don't think I have laughed so much. Some of them were so funny. A lot of them were just great, and looking forward to implementing those ideas. So we'll definitely let you know who we've chosen, and thank you again. Truly appreciate that. I want to move them a little bit this way and stretch that skin. And let's go ahead and move it this way. Once we get that wash going, it's kind of like, unfortunately, it starts to clear up the skin. And so we had a girl that we were going to record, and we put her on the wash, and she's completely almost cleared, and kind of a bummer. And I think he's doing pretty good. Ezekiel, I think you're doing pretty good here. You still have a lot to clean out, though.
That's what you're for.
That's right.
And I saw some of the comments, so I want to thank you guys for that. They're very nice comments. And you're very welcome for allowing myself to get used, because everybody was like, thank you for being so willing, and I was like, okay. You're welcome.
I don't know if you can hear the helicopters, but when you live in Fort Hood, you're going to get helicopters. So right now I'm extracting small comedones in this area. I'm going to go ahead and open this one. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to go on this side and go ahead and clear this one out because it's ready for us to clean. So this is the ones that kind of we talked about earlier, being a little bit more purple color. Basically what that means is that you still have bacteria underneath there, and that bacteria can actually cause scarring. So you definitely want to clean that out really good and make sure that it's all cleaned up. I am going to put a little cotton on there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move to the side here. And are you still holding up good?
Mm-hmm. I'm doing good.
Okay, so these are a little bit stubborn. So I'm going to skip that whole area. Don't even put it in the recording. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. And I'm going to go back and probe. There we go. So if they're a little stubborn, you just got to go back and just open it up. Try, not to put so much pressure that you cause a secondary condition of a post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation because you put too much pressure on that area. I'm really stretching and looking and just trying to get underneath here and see what comes up. Another inflammatory region. Okay, I'm going to work on the bridge of his nose and his forehead. I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the comments that you guys, just put. There's so many of them that are so incredible and so creative. And I love the fact that we have such an amazing group that just kind of just dove in and felt so comfortable to leave me comments and make suggestions. And but some of them were so funny. And it was great. So made my day for sure. So these blackheads are really stubborn up here, and so I've probed them. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got a little cluster here. Okay, I'm going to work on the nose, and let's see if it's ready, because he's had some stubborn blackheads. And we do pre-soften it, we wash it. And I use an acid exfoliator liquid to help. Know that you guys had asked for an exfoliator. So I do want to talk to you a little bit about the concept that I have when it comes to exfoliators. I don't use granule exfoliators because they can scratch the skin, especially like the apricot scrubs. So what I do is I use a gel, and what the gel does is when it's applied to the skin, it immediately breaks up the top layers of the buildup of dead skin cells, and then you just rinse it off, and then you've exfoliated your skin. No need for any manual. You just apply it, leave it on for about 60 seconds, and rinse off, and your skin looks amazingly beautiful. Just really nice and bright, just like you would with a granule exfoliator, without any of the trauma again that it can cause to the skin. Granule exfoliators scratch the surface. They're micro scratches, but they do scratch the surface. And so again, I'm all about not creating so much trauma to the skin, but using products that will aid the skin to heal.
That's a really good tip.
Mm-hmm. Are you breathing okay?
Mm-hmm. I just didn't know that, but the whole...
Oh, exfoliator?
Mm-hmm.
Were you really oily around your nose at one time or no? of a sudden you lost me.
That's funny.
You're taking the fifth?
I plead the fifth. I plead the blood.
So the reason why I asked him is because, a lot of times you see our patients when they come in, or clients, and I want to clarify this, because the reason why I call them patients is because I do have a doctor on staff, and anything that has to do with all the patients that we see here or clients have to go through her. And so just that's, it's not because I'm a nurse. I've never said that. I'm an esthetician and a proud one. I love what I do. I don't want to seem like I'm doing something that is out of the scope of my practice. So just know that. If I've offended anyone, I do want to apologize, because that's not what I want to do. But anyway, you see a lot of the clients that have filament, but he doesn't. Basically, all he has is blackheads right now at this point. So that tells me that he's not as oily, and which is a good thing. So now we're just wanting to go ahead and clean all this up. So as he starts coming in and allowing us to do extractions, this is going to smooth out. You're going to see a lot of this area, this texture is going to completely smooth out for him. All right, well, I want to thank you for tuning in, for allowing us to be a part of your life. I know that you're part of mine. I always look forward to hearing from you. I have spent the last 2 days reading every comment, but I think it's up to like 1,700 comments. By the time probably you'll see this video, it'll be more. So I think I only got to read like maybe 100 maybe. So next year I'll still be hitting a little hard for you guys, but just know that I do want to read your comments and the ideas that you've given us. And so thanks again. Tune in to see our next video. We are doing videos every Thursday, and we're posting on Instagram every Tuesday. And look us up on Facebook under Nilsa Skin Essentials Acne Clinic, and subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram. Again, thank you so much. Love you guys, and we'll see you soon.